Hi, so this is the Charnwood Aire. It's the 5 kilowatt stove, it's a wood burner. We have a single control down here, which is pulled fully out and pushed in. And to get the fire going, we need it pulled fully out, and this is called the boost setting. That's what Charnwood refer to it as. The handle is at the side here, and as you can see, it just clicks into its return there. The handle itself is made of resin, so although it doesn't get red hot when you open the door, they do give you a glove with it, and obviously they advise to exercise caution, but we tend to find that you can just open it quite easily. So okay, so it's an unusual stove in that we have an ash pan just down here, but it's a wood burner as well. So so we can't burn coal on here. We can burn wood and wood-based products. So we're going to light it with logs. We use the top-down method, which is tends to be the most effective way to light a stove. So we start off with some small logs in the base of the stove and a good, decent stack of kindling on top, like so. These are natural firelighters, so these are made from wound up bits of straw soaked in wax, and these are extremely effective. So I usually put one in the bottom, a couple more at the top, and that's how we've set the fire. Okay, so we're going to light it up now. So here we go. Okay, let's see if we can get the bottom one lit as well. Okay, there we are. So we've got 3 firelighters lit. So we're going to close the door, and we leave the door just not quite shut. We just leave it on the latch like this. What this does is it enables lots of air to go into the firebox. So as we close the door fully, it clamps against the door, and just basically means all the air goes through the control. So by leaving the door slightly ajar, it just gets lots of air into the fire to get it really hot. The crucial thing being that we want to get the stove temperature up to temperature, so we get the flue nice and warm, and then we can start to add fuel. So ultimately, by leaving the door slightly ajar, it just gets extra air into the fire and makes it just that little bit easier to get the fire going. So while we're getting up to temperature here, this is obviously the almond model. They're different colours in the Charnwood range. The matte black is the standard one. So this is the 5 kilowatt version. They also do a 3 kilowatt and a 7 kilowatt. They also do the store stand underneath, which means it's a bit taller. But this is the 5 kilowatt standard model, and obviously as you see it's the cream one. So now we're getting nice and get going here. The kindling started to take, and when we got a little bit more flames and the kindling started to get going, we'll start to add a little bit of wood just to get a bit of temperature in there. So the control, as I say, this is in the boost setting here. So this is in the maximum air intake into the stove. As we return the control into the, nice squeak. As we return the control in, it reduces the air into the fire and forces it to burn at a lower temperature. So just while we're getting going now, I'm going to close the door now. We usually, once there's a little bit of heat coming through the glass, we close the door completely. It's just safer to do so. If at this point it dies down, then just crack the door again until it roars again. But as you can see, it goes quite a lot more fiercely, the fire, when you've got the door slightly cracked open. Yeah, so this is the stove here. So as we open the door, this is just a really good practice to, when you open the door, to reload. If you open the door, just let the fire catch up and then open the door, and then bob a log on the top here, and then close the door. What I've basically done there is just to sort of say, by opening the door a little crack first, it just allows the fire to catch up. There's so many people that open the door like this, and you're liable to get smoke back in the room. So just a really good tip is to crack the door, let it catch up, and then open the door before reloading it, and push this handle in there. So we're going to leave the control on the boost setting. This is for the lighting procedure. Obviously we're not ready to push this in yet, the time that we push the control in is really when this top log started to get going and it's really started to generate some proper heat. Some people find that they'll benefit from a thermostat, which just goes on the flue here, and that tells you the correct operating range for the stove. It's a good idea because then that will actually tell you when the stove's up to temperature. We personally don't have one, but we choose not to. Really, just touch the control, push the control in when the fire's established, and if you push the control and then the flames die down, then pull it back out for a little bit longer, that just balances the air control. So that'll do, I think, right now. That's it. Thank you very much.